Hi everybody, how are we doing today? I did my first video the other day and it was about mainly bullying. And I don't want this just to be about bullying, but that's what I'm seeing a lot of lately here on YouTube and Facebook and a lot of platforms. And it's in everyday life. It's really sad to know that a lot of bullying comes from adults. And we wonder where our children get it or where other children get it. I know my kids, and I'm very proud of them, have always been against bullying. They were raised to be against bullying. And they are to defend themselves, which everybody has the right to defend themselves. But I do not believe in bullying. So I brought up the fact that I want to talk about bullying online and YouTube. And YouTube has absolutely got out of hand. I don't understand it. I will say what I said in my video the other day is people have the right to have their own opinions. You do not have the right, to push your opinion on anybody else. You do not have the right to attack somebody for having an opinion. And unfortunately, I see a lot of that. People have gone above and beyond just words. People have pushed people to suicide. People have pushed people to attack other people. And I believe it was in Sweden. A man was beheaded. All because people have different, different ways in life, different opinions, different thoughts, different values. That's not okay because everybody has the right to have an opinion. Everybody has the right to live their lives the way they want to live their life. And nobody should be able to push you, bully you, attack you, or change that in any way. You live how you want to. I'll live how I want to. We can agree to disagree, but it doesn't mean we have to like each other. It doesn't mean we have to be friends. It doesn't mean that we have to hang out, even. If we have such different opinions, agree to disagree, you go your way and I go my way. On the other hand, why can't we be civil with each other and have different opinions? And the main thing going on YouTube today is that channels are being attacked for freedom of speech and the right to talk about certain things. And that's not okay. In our world today, things go on. They're put out on the news. They're put on social media. They're put out in the movies. They make movies about them. You don't see anybody attacking fake media that's out there for running stories. People on YouTube are doing the same thing, but we're getting more honesty and more truth from YouTube because people aren't afraid to tell the truth. Where the fake media likes to tell you parts of truths or what they're paid to tell you. Now, we also as Americans have the right to discuss things when our government, police, detectives don't handle things right. Because it's our America that criminals are running around in. And if we feel that a case hasn't been totally solved, we have a right to speak on that as well. And we have the right to ask for justice to be done and the case to be looked into further, especially when there's more evidence out there that the police did not look at, did not investigate. They just got... And I'll say what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Chris Watts case. Some of you may know it. Some of you may not know it yet. Some of you will get to know it. It is a major case out there playing out in YouTube. My opinion is I agree with some other channels, which I've long been in AD, Armchair Detectives channel. Oh my God. Don't say that name. God forbid. You're in his channel? Oh, that's it. Come on, trolls. I'm not worried about you. Daniel Bishop. I'm one of his followers. I love him. He's one of my favorite. I've been watching him for a while. He's a great guy. And to see anybody make fun of him or downplay who he is absolutely disgusting. And I've seen a couple of videos being made of him like that. But the point is, in that case, we're not focusing on the families or anything personal. We're looking at the case. The case was not fully investigated, and it was closed quick. And there is proof out there that others were involved, and I truly believe that with all my heart. And I have the right to that opinion. If you don't like it, turn me off, turn Armchair Detective off, and turn Daniel off, and turn everybody else off that has our opinion. You don't have to attack us or our followers or our watchers. You can go turn on another channel who believes in something else and leave people alone. We have the right to discuss it, and here's the answer that everybody keeps saying. Why do you have the right? Because it's our country that the other people involved are running around in, and it could happen again. And you know when you won't mind that we've done what we've done is if, God forbid, it was one of your family members that's the next victim. Because there are up to three other people still out there, and maybe more. We don't know because the case was closed so quick. They got their one man and it was done. So there could be more. And if there is, I'm not saying there is, but what if it was one of your family members next? Okay. We have the right to look into it. We have the right to know. We have the right to figure out if somebody else is out there that could commit this crime again or help commit another crime again. And we want them found, and we want justice done, not just for Shanann and her babies, God rest their souls, but for other people out there that could be at risk of losing their lives due to these people. If they did it once, they'll do it again. And how dare you attack anybody for having an opinion or wanting to know or wanting to save somebody else from being hurt or murdered? What's wrong with you? Now, I don't understand that even when we're talking about something like that case or any other case or just talking, I understand, and other people need to understand. Even in text messages, when you write a text message to somebody, I know everybody's had to experience taking a text message the wrong way. Now, I get that. And even if I've done it, I've went back into the comments and said, oh, I'm sorry. This is the way I read it, and I'm a big enough person to apologize. But then you have other people who, they're looking to dig at you. They're looking for a response, and you don't want to give them a response because all they're looking is for your energy to keep attacking you. Now, then you also have the other people who then turn, instead of their attention towards the case, towards your comment. And that happened in a chat about a week ago when we're commenting on the case and somebody said something, well, and added my name to it. Well, how do you know, Mindy, what somebody's da-da-da-da-da? Listen, we're not talking about Mindy. We're talking about the case. And I'm going to react the way in a defensive mode back to you, because you don't have the right to attack me for putting my comment on the case out there. But I do have a right to set you straight about attacking me and not bringing me into this conversation, because the conversation isn't about me, it's about the case. Now, if you want to talk to me about me later, I have no problem doing that. But don't do it on a public platform when it has nothing to do with me and it's an attack. And obviously other people felt the same way, because nobody jumped in for her, but then started talking to me about why I was so strong in my reaction to what she had said. And I wasn't nasty, but I just told her how she was acting, and I didn't appreciate it. And don't act that way, and you don't appreciate me telling you how you're acting, but yet you're the one who came at me. I understand, again, misunderstandings and comments. People have to understand that, just like text messages, comments can be misread by a person reading it. Even when I've wrote a very sincere comment, it's been taken in a very negative way, and it must be whatever the person's reading it, their mood or their perception or however they feel that day. I don't know why. There are some that you can actually mistake. And there are others where it's got to be a mood you're in, because I could pour my heart out to you and you're thinking I'm attacking you, and in no ways did I mean anything like that. So we got to understand that too. And if you do offend somebody by even them misreading it, please try to correct them and say, listen, I didn't mean that in a negative way. I meant that very heartfelt. Instead of then going on the attack. And then they go on the attack. All this hate and evil energy out there. And I say evil because hate and negativity and meanness come from evil. We have to balance this out, because right now there is too much evil out there. And the more evil you put out there, the more it builds. And it starts hurting people and their lives. Even your own. I would like to see all this be taken off of YouTube, Facebook, and every other platform. If you are a bully, and if you are attacking people, and if you are making videos to hurt people, belittle them, try to make them look bad, it should not be allowed on a platform, because our children are learning from this. And our children are learning how to be mean and bullies and attack other people. And then when you're in that age, level, you're more susceptible and more, what are the words I'm looking for? More prone to take it to a personal place, even to the point of suicide. This is toxic. And it's not okay. It's not okay. People lose their lives. Children lose their lives like this. And we, which is why I made this support group, need to come together and find a way to stop it, even if it's to change laws. Because obviously the bullying law obviously isn't working, or our government isn't pushing for it to work. And we need this social media bullying to come to a stop. We need changes to be made. We need to protect our kids and our families, because it's out there and it's real, and it's eventually going to affect somebody in your family. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, why me? Why mine? Why my baby? Why my child? Why my sister? Why my husband? Well, why? Because we're allowing it to stay out there, and we're allowing these people to feed evil into our world, into our platforms, into our everyday watching material of wherever you're watching it. Snapchat, Facebook. Look at Facebook. Facebook is answering questions, but I'd like to know the main question that's been going on for years with Facebook. Why do they allow some violence, but not all violence? If you're not going to allow a little bit of violence or some violence, then you shouldn't allow any violence. But they do. It depends what violence they're okay with. And you have nobody to contact and no way to contact Facebook when somebody steals your information or steals your page. And you know it's not your page, or it's not their page, it's your page. And they will do nothing to get your page back. I've had it in several incidents where I knew it was a fake page and it was either somebody who was trying to use it to scam people for money. And I played them to find out that it was a scam so that I could turn them in. And Facebook did nothing about it. So somebody else became that person's victim. That's not okay, Facebook. Take accountability and make changes and start getting people who can take this stuff down when we know it's a criminal behind the screen or somebody has stolen our accounts. Now, my teenage daughter, back when she was a teenager, had some problems with somebody in school. The girl stole pictures off of her Facebook, made a Facebook page, and then started acting very racist and making racist remarks. Well, her real friends knew it wasn't her, but the whole school didn't know it wasn't her. And now she had the whole school coming after her. And I had to get the police involved and the school involved. And what was done? Nothing. They just told her to take down her Facebook page. What would that accomplish? Because the fake Facebook page was still out there, which I had to press and press and press to get something done, which is ridiculous. Why is it okay to open up a platform but not watch out for what really shouldn't be out there? You have a computer telling you things that the computer's half the time wrong. People's pages get shut down for periods of time for things that they've not done wrong because the computer misread it. But you don't have actual people you can call and say, hey, this was mine and it was stolen. Or the guy behind this Facebook page is actually a girl pretending to be, or vice versa, somebody, and is trying to start a relationship to start asking somebody for money and rip them off, which, they're starting to bust these people, thank God. But what is Facebook doing to help? What is YouTube doing to help? Stop the violence. Stop the hatred. Stop the anger. And if you're reported enough and you're proven to be abuseful, like making videos of other YouTubers in nasty ways, then you need to be shut down. I want a group who can help me stop this before somebody gets hurt. They've even went as far as sending police to people's homes for welfare checks, where they would break down the doors if they had to and invade people's homes, lives, and privacy and scare the hell out of them. That is a crime. That is a crime, and I hope all of you who are involved in it go down for it. It's a crime. And you guys think it's funny to harass people to this end. It's not. It's disgusting, and you are adults. Act like adults. Be a role model for our children. I can't let any of my kids on YouTube anymore because you never know what video they'll accidentally click on and see some kind of hate or nastiness that I don't want them to see. Not even on the kids' YouTube, because it's not watched the way it should be, and things that shouldn't be in the kids' YouTube end up in the kids' YouTube. What is going on in this world today where people think that any of this is okay? And then you take a screenshot shot or some pictures of people or parts of their videos, and you add this and you add that to try to humiliate them, again, it should be an automatic shutdown. That is in no way a creator. You are not creating anything. You are just being hateful and disgusting. And you people really need to seek some kind of help, because you have to be really miserable within yourself to want to try to make other people miserable. If you spent more time trying to find happiness in your life than you do trying to make misery out here in this world, maybe you could find some happiness. But most bullies, most people with this much effort in trying to make hate and hurt people, you've got to have something really wrong within yourself. And I want everybody that can join me to join me in this fight against these types of people, this hatred, this anger, this manipulation, this disgusting behavior, to join me so we can put a stop to this. It's not okay, and it's not the world I want my children and my grandchildren and someday their children growing up in. We have to replace all this evil with goodness, or our country, our humanity is lost. It's already so corrupt and so much hurt and hateful and anger and disrespect out there because of so much that is on the wrong side of the way we should be being and should be living, that if we don't start standing up and saving our humanity, like I said, and the way our world is, our kids will have nothing but corruption and hate to live in. And there's a lot more stronger opinions that I have in a lot of different areas. Support is my main one, because I think we need to support each other before we can go on to working on all the other things I want to work on. But we need the support first. So please subscribe, join, hit that subscribe button down there, that red button. Click the bell for notifications. Start joining so I can start talking with you. We can have conversations and we can discuss all this so that we can form our group to make this a better world and a better place and better platforms, and, really let us do the things we want to do without being attacked. Nobody should be attacked. Everybody's got the right to feel the way they want to feel. And if you don't like what somebody's saying, you don't agree with it, turn it off. Turn on a new channel. You do not have to be on my channel if you don't like it. You don't have to be on there bullying, commenting, being hateful. You don't have to be on AD's channel if you don't want it to be, if you want to, if you don't like what he's saying, and you don't have to bully and so. And the same with Daniel Bishop. You don't have to go on his channel and bully him and be hateful to him and his people. We all have the right to have our opinions. We all have the right to talk about whatever we want to talk about. If you don't like it, find another channel, group, whatever, and go discuss what you want to discuss with them. You do not have the right to shut us down. You do not have the right to tell us we can't talk to each other. You do not have the right to tell us we can't have a conversation. You do not have the right to tell us what we can and can't talk about. You don't have the right. What makes you think you do? If we don't like you, and we don't like what you're saying, and we don't like your talk, we have no wants or needs to come onto your channel and discuss you or anything that you're talking about. we keep going on with our channel, our day, our life, and what we are talking about. There's the difference. Why do you feel the need to come over to our side and act a fool? Because it's all you look like is a fool and a really bad person. And I know some of you feed on that. And that's what I'm saying is us, we need to stop letting them feed off of us. If you give them the energy, they're going to take it. And they're going to keep going and going and going with it. Shut it down, ignore them, let them go. Don't respond. That's the best way to handle it. Don't respond. And then if they want to write channels about us and make pictures and fun of us and do all the hateful things, we will report. And we will start mass reporting. And we will shut you down. And then we are going to also go ahead and find a way to add some crimes to this bullying situation. And force the government and police to step in on this. Because again, bullying in no aspect is okay. And we need to shut it down. So today my daughter is 5, my baby, my youngest one. And I really have to go get all her stuff for her birthday party for this weekend. So I'm going to have to cut this short today. I will try to make another video as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed what I said and agree with what I said. And I really want to talk about this, and I really want to build this group. It means so much to me because, again, I got a 5-year-old growing up in this mess. And I have my older ones from my marriage and my grandkids from them that I don't want growing up in this mess. And I hope a lot of you agree with me. Join me. Let's put a stop to this. This is not the world I want my kids and grandkids growing up in. So God bless. Have a great day. And hopefully we will talk soon. Please, again, join, subscribe. Please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And as soon as I get a handful of people, we can start talking. Thank you. Again, God bless and have a great day.